Good morning, students. In this video we are going to discuss about the stick layout using NMOS design. In the NMOS design there will be some process involved. That is the first thing, N diffusion, and then the thin oxide region, and then polysilicon metal, and then implants, and then contact cuts. So here are the some steps for designing the stick layout using NMOS. So the first step, uh, draw the two parallel lines, one for VDD and then another one for ground. That between the two lines there will be much space, and then between the two lines draw the thin ox paths between the two layers, two rails, and place the pull-up structure which for the depletion mode transistor that will be connected between the output point and VDD, and then pull down structure that is for the enhancement mode structure that will be interconnected between the output point and the ground. And then the last thing, the signal paths will be drawn, and then leave cell boundaries that will be drawn. That means the input on the output lines will be connected. Here this is the step by step process for designing the NMOS using stick layout. The first step, drawing two parallel lines, which one is for comprising VDD and then another one is for ground, and then the between the lines um, between the lines thin ox region will be drawn. And if you are connecting the pull-up transistor, that will be connected between the VDD and output point. If you are connecting the enhancement mode, that will be connected between the ground and output point. And then this is the leaf cell boundaries. The output points and the input points will be decided. The next topic is stick layout using CMOS design. So in the previous topic, stick layout using NMOS design, we have discussed. In this topic we are going to discuss about the stick layout using NMOS design. The two type of transistor, N type and P type transistors, are used here. That will be separated by the demarcation line. So here this is the block dotted line, that is the demarcation line, and then this is the P type transistor, and then this is the N type transistor. So let us discuss about the step by step process to design the CMOS. The first thing, draw the VDD and VSS rails in parallel, uh, and then place the N transistors below the demarcation line and the P transistors above the demarcation line. Interconnect the N with the P transistors using metal and contacts to the rails. Make the appropriate interconnections and add the control signals and data inputs. The fourth step is to adding the control signals and data inputs. And then okay, let us see that. So the two lines are drawn. The two lines are drawn. So the two lines, the one is for VDD and then another one is for VSS. The P type transistor, and then N type transistor. P type transistor in upper side above the demarcation line, and then N type transistor is the in below the demarcation line. So connecting the two transistors, for the one is for NMOS and then another one is for CMOS. And then the final step, where the inputs must be given and then outputs must be taken. So this is the design steps for designing CMOS using stick diagrams, stick layout. Next topic, the design rules. So the design rules will be allows the translation of circuit into geometry in silicon. In silicon, it allows the translation of circuit in the geometrical pattern. And then this is the interface between the circuit designer and the fabrication engineer. And it comprises the it comprises the designer to the tighten the layout of the individual components and the interaction spacings and the electrical connection between those components. The fabricator can control and the reproduce the layout, and then designer can tighter and then make it smaller of the layout. So the design rules are basically two issues. One is the geometrical reproduction of the feature by making the mask making and the lithographical process, and then the the design must be interaction between different layers. There are several approaches in the describing design rules. The one is micron based design rule, and then another one is lambda based design rule. So these two will be discussed in the next video.